Well, standing out on the track as we turn our attention now to the weather, and you're looking live towards the Queen City skyline from the Charlotte Motor Speedway. Very windy with the skyline in the background. Certainly got another wet one out there today, and looks a lot like the Coke 600 from earlier this month.
Oh, we don't want to talk about that. For the latest conditions and an update on these storms, let's get right over to Chief Meteorologist Tara Lane.
Yes, it's chilly, it's cloudy, it's damp, and what a way to usher in summertime. Officially began just after 10 o'clock earlier this morning, the summer solstice, but we are running about 15-20 degrees below normal. So obviously not feeling very summer-like and not looking like a pretty summer's day for sure. As the rain continues off and on, a lot of you again are seeing a break in the rain compared to earlier today, including a good part of the Charlotte metro until you get into the upstate, north and east, where flooding continues here along some of the streams and creeks, in particular around Rowan County and Cabarrus County, as we've been talking about. And we've got some of that light rain up in the mountains and foothills and some steadier, heavier rain moving back in through the upstate western parts of Chesterfield County, and that is heading right up into eastern Union County and near the Wadesboro area, Tradesville, the rain picking up again too, just light kind of steady type action. Rock Hill and Fort Mill, we've got more rain coming in up and down Highway 321, moving through Chester and out toward Great Falls and Richburg there in the I-77 corridor, and then we see a bit of a break heading up toward Shelby, and then you run into some of that light rain again, which is all pushing in from southeast to northwest up into the mountains and foothills around the spinning area of low pressure. Then we have a couple more little waves of low pressure riding along the stalled front near the coast. And notice here all those lightning strikes down through South Carolina. While we're not expecting strong or severe storms later on this evening, by this time tomorrow we could be tracking a few of those stronger storms, and I'll show you where the more favored zone is going to be for that here shortly. But as we go into the night, we'll continue to see kind of a tapering off in a lot of the rain. Some leftover light rain and patchy drizzle will be around up around midnight, but then notice how the rain chances ramp up starting tomorrow morning as it becomes more widespread and heavy in spots once again, with maybe a few rumbles in the mix too. So with all that said, the flood threat does continue across the Piedmont, heading up into the mountains and foothills. Flood watch will be allowed to continue right on into tomorrow. All right, so let's talk about how cool it is today. 67 degrees in the Queen City with that north-northeast wind at 10. We've had some higher gusts around 20 to 25, and dew points are so muggy, all that moisture in the air, relative humidity at 90%. We're running, check out Charlotte, especially south and west, with this cool air wedge here that's developed, running about 8 to close to 15 degrees cooler compared to this time yesterday, which was also another cooler than normal day. Mostly in the 60s right now. We've got the warmer mid-70s to the east and cool upper 50s in the mountains. So we won't move much temperature-wise overnight and only rise back into the low and mid-70s tomorrow afternoon with more scattered showers and storms around. So let's check it out on Futurecast. You can see how there's not really a whole lot of green showing up later on tonight and around midnight or so, but then here comes more showers and a few heavier pockets moving back in, especially by late morning tomorrow and around lunchtime. And more storms, especially to the east of Charlotte. And notice going into late afternoon and even into the overnight tomorrow, some of those storms could linger here, in particular out toward Richmond County, maybe Chesterfield County, before it kind of moves out. We'll see some breaks of sunshine on Friday, and Friday is when finally we get this upper low that we've been talking about here for a couple of days now or so, lifting out, and we'll see a gradual kind of tapering off in the widespread coverage of the rain, but still the rain chance isn't zero going into the weekend, but just hit or miss type activity expected with more sunshine. Now the severe risk for tomorrow, you can see where the darker green is located. So mainly east of Charlotte, upstate South Carolina along the Highway 74 corridor, damaging wind gusts, even a brief tornado again can't be ruled out. So the severe risk is low for those areas east of Charlotte, but as we say, not to zero. Now the mountain forecast looking rainy going into Friday, scattered storms heading into the first half of the weekend. Sunday may actually turn out to be the drier day, so you'll be able to get in some outside activities here going into the weekend. Notice temperatures cool for another day. Pinpoint weather alert day tomorrow with that flooding risk and severe storm risk, and getting hotter through the weekend.